Good evening YouTube, this is Albert Aldridge of albertaldridgefitness.com, your daily online personal trainer, and today I'm going to be going over how you can eat out and still keep on track and progress with your weight loss diet. So I'm going to be going over about what you could do beforehand if you're going out to eat, what you could do at the time, and then also what you could do afterwards. So I'm going to start off what you could do beforehand. So say if you're in the UK or America, there are plenty of restaurants in the UK like Bella Italia, Pizza Hut, Chiquitos, that's a great Mexican restaurant, McDonald's, KFC, and also in America there's Denny's Diner, there's IHOP, there are loads of different restaurants, and what they have is you can look up online the nutritional values of the meals. Now some of them do have the calories as well as the carbs, fat and protein if you're lucky, but usually most of them just have the calories, which is absolutely fine. So what I would do is, if you're on a weight loss diet, is you'd look up the calories for the meal. Then say for example if it was burger and fries from Five Guys, you say it's 1,200 calories. Then what you do is take those calories and then add 10 to 20 extra calories on top of that, so about 1,210 or 1,220. So that means you just got a little bit of leeway just in case they use a little bit of extra olive oil in the cooking process or something like that, so you know you aren't going to go over your calories, and do that for every dish. So say if you went out for a 3-course meal, add 10 to 20 calories above for each, the starter, main and dessert, and that means you'll have about around 30 to 60 calories leeway just in case they do add a little bit of extra olive oil or something. But I do stress anyone who's going out to eat and is really keen about staying on a weight loss diet, just think about if you're on a 12-week weight loss phase, that one day within your diet and going out to eat won't hurt you in the long run. It's like a very small portion for a very big time span, so don't worry. But if you are, say, getting ready for a show, if you're just really wanting to stay on track and really are keen, or if you go out to eat frequently with your mates, then just having an idea about how many calories you're intaking will be good, and also if you want to stay on your weight loss diet and keep on track. But next thing, if say for example you're going out to the pub, and there are a lot of pubs like locally in the UK that are run by families and it's a lot of homemade things, or maybe you're going out to a buffet, you can't necessarily track the calories. So obviously you're not going to take a food scale with you, because a lot of people will be like, what on earth is he doing? So this is what I recommend you do. Either at the time when you receive the meal or you get your meal, then just have a look at your plate and be like, okay, that chicken breast, it looks around 120 grams, and then that serving of vegetables look like this many grams, and then just take a quick note maybe on your phone or something so you can implement it into MyFitnessPal a little bit later. Or what you could do is at the time take a picture of the food on your phone, and then that means at the time, you know, you'll be amongst your family, amongst your friends, and you won't have to be like, okay, that many grams equals that many calories. You could do it afterwards, so it's a bit more socially acceptable and you're still able to stick to your weight loss diet. Now if you're going out in the evening, it's great to prepare during the day, and this is where my flexible fasting diet approach is really good and very key. So what I recommend you do, I'll obviously explain that in a little bit, but if you're going out to eat in the evening, is limit what you eat throughout the day, but aim to get your protein in. Say, I recommend with people to get 0.8 of a gram to a gram of protein per pound of body weight if you're weight training, which is really good, or if you're sticking to some sort of exercise program. So say if you're a 170-pound bloke or woman, and that means you need to get 156 to 170 pounds during the day, then what I recommend before you go out in the evening, because you will have some protein within the meal you go out for, is that you get to around, say, 130, 140 grams of protein, just so you know that you are going to hit at least your minimum recommended amount of protein for the day. And also just get a few veggies in at the same time as well. So if you are feeling very, very hungry throughout the day, then just make sure before the meal that you get your protein in, which is fine. But if you really do need to have a little bit more bulk to your meals, then add some low calorie vegetables like cucumber, celery, lettuce, tomato, so many different things out there rather than the higher calorie vegetables. And that means that you'll be able to satisfy yourself throughout the day. And you can also have low calorie snacks like black coffee, diet sodas, things like that before you go out in the evening. So that means you can save a majority of your calories for when you go out, and therefore you can enjoy yourself. And this is with my flexible fasting diet approach. This is what I do with my customized nutrition plans and with the people I work with. Is if they're losing weight on there and they're on very little calories, and so they're going out in the evening, or even if they're not, that we aim to get 0.8 of a gram to a gram of protein per pound of body weight during the day, and we save a lot of the calories for the evening. But obviously we make sure that their optimal performance is achieved within the gym, about what time they eat and so on. But that means in the evening you can enjoy yourself, you can have chocolate, because once you've got your protein and your micronutrients in for the day, you don't have to worry too much about where you get your carbohydrates and fats from. Because obviously, like a carbohydrate sugar within ice cream compared to a carbohydrate like slow digested within oatmeal, they're still both carbohydrates, so you just don't need to worry. And you can have chocolate, pizza in the evening whilst on a weight loss diet, and you can really, really enjoy and get excited about weight loss diet. So if you are struggling with that, then I would love to help you. But anyway, next point. At the time when you're out for a meal, say you've been at work all day and then somebody suggested going out in the evening, which you have agreed to, you haven't been able to prepare during the day, so this is something that you can do. When you're looking at the menu, look more for the high protein food options with lean meats. So what I'm talking about, for example, if you're at a pizza place, then go for the pizzas that have chicken on it, maybe fish. I think you can get pizzas with fish on it. Or maybe they have a roasted bit section, so you can get chicken, you can get sea bass, you can get all sorts of different things, just depending on the restaurant that you're going to. And try and have that compared to something like just a bowl of chips, because the protein will make you feel satisfied for longer, and therefore you're not likely to be more hungry a bit later. Whereas the chips, they're going to be very fast digesting, and you're just going to keep on wanting more and more of them. And I do love chips myself, and I know that I can just keep eating them until the cows come home. And this next point, it's more for somebody who's really advanced, and I don't really recommend doing this, but if you really are worried, then you can ask about how much olive oil they're using, or you can ask the waitress or waiter that, could you just limit the amount of oil that you're using to cook my meal, because I'm trying to lose weight. But to be honest, you don't really need to worry about that, because they would have that within the calories of the meal that you'd be able to find online. If you're with your friends or with your family or something, and they're having a 3-course meal and you only want a 2-course meal because you're losing weight, just be assertive and stick by your guns. You get me? Well, look, I'm joking. But stick by your guns, stick by your decision, and just explain to them, I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight, so I'd rather have a starter and a main, or just a main and a dessert rather than the starter, main and dessert. And just stick by it. If they take the mick, then just be like, well, I'm going to look better than you and feel better than you in the long run. So that is my aim, and I've done that before, so just don't worry and don't just give in to peer pressure, because you are better than that, I know. Next thing, diet sodas and sparkling water during a meal is key, because if, for example, you order a main meal of pizza and a side salad, and then you didn't have anything to drink during the meal, and then you're like, I still feel hungry for a dessert, I think I'm going to go for a dessert. Like, what the heck? A lot of people do that sometimes. They just go, what the heck, I'm going to go all out this evening, when they should have stuck to a weight loss diet. So what you can do is, when you have your main meal, either order, say, Diet Coke, Diet Fanta, something that, like Fanta Zero, sorry, which is very, very low in calories, like 1 to 2 calories per serving, or sparkling water, which is nothing, but the carbon within the drink and the fizziness will help you to feel full. Or if you don't like fizzy drinks, then just drink a lot of water during your meal, just to bloat yourself out, and then afterwards you'll be like, whoa, I am stuffed, I can't eat anymore, I'm not going to have any more. So you're less likely to choose a dessert and less likely to go over your calories. And if you are going out to, say, a pub, or if you're going out somewhere that serves like alcoholic drinks for the dessert like a Bailey's, just be very careful about the liquid calories within alcohol, within Bailey's, as I was saying, because it's a bit higher in fat. And it can be very easy to intake a lot of calories without realising that you are. Say, for example, in wine or in beer especially, there are a lot of calories within beer. So just be very careful about the units and calories you're intaking from liquid calories, and just try and not get from there. Now, I've certainly had this before myself, and I'm sure you have, but I've gone out to eat, gone all out, and just been like, oh, I'm just going to go for it. But then the next day is when you feel awful. Now, this is what's going to happen. You're going to wake up the next day and be like, oh, I feel awful, I feel fat, I feel watery, I hate all this fat that I've gained. And just to stress, you cannot gain fat overnight, so don't worry, because you've seen all the 10,000 calorie challenges people have done on YouTube. You can't gain fat overnight. But what you can do to rectify your problem if you have gone way over your calories is, say for example, if you've been losing weight on 2,000 calories like this, and then one day you go to 3,000 calories because you've eaten out, then in an extreme case, if you want to just level that out the next day, go to 1,000 calories, but you still need to get your protein in. So what I recommend, say if you go to 3,000 calories, is for the next few days, say next 4 days, if you want to do it like that, or say, right, for example, 2 days, what you could do is reduce 2,000 to 1,500 across those 2 days, because you'll be in an extra 500 calorie deficit, and 500 add 500 equals 1,000. So therefore, it will balance out, and then you'll be able to get back to this level. So don't worry about it. Or what you can do is just extra cardio. If you do want to eat some food still, eat a lot of food still, or what you could do is a combination of cardio and lowering your calories. Therefore, you'll be able to level out and then get back on track to where you were, because it's easily rectifiable. If there is a will, there is a way. So you don't need to worry if you do go over your calories, but just take some of these points that I've gone through this evening about what to do before and what to do during and what you can do after if you do find you binge, because you'll find this really helps you. Now, in the description below, I've got links to my website, because I do customized nutrition plans and workout plans for people who are trying to lose weight. And I also have my flexible fasting diet approach, and I would love to help you if you are struggling to lose weight or gain weight. Just click on the link and then give me a contact. Just send me an email or something. I'd love to help you. And as well as, I also do one-to-one personal training privately for anyone in the Sussex area in the UK, but I also do one-to-one fitness classes for anyone who's around or who has Skype or video chat, and they are brutal, so I'd love you to try it. And I also do online coaching spaces. They are available, and 15-minute chats with anyone who wants to chat about themselves and their own nutrition, lifestyle, workout program, and just wants to give me a few questions. I'll be happy to answer them. But I really do hope you enjoyed this tonight, and do leave me some feedback in the comment section below whether you enjoyed it, because I want to put these up every day, because my main concern is giving you informative content that you can give and apply to your own lifestyle. This is Albert Aldridge of Albert Aldridge Fitness signing out. Have a great rest of the day, and I think it's time that you made the best version of you. I'll see you later, and I hope you like the shirt. See ya!